This is me asking Pep Guardiola for a contract, meeting with Erling Haaland, and running through on goal at the Etihad. But how did I get here? Well, you see, since a kid, it's always been my dream to be a professional footballer. But when I got released from my academy, that dream was over. But that was until today. Man City have given me the chance of a lifetime. I'll be joining them on their pre-season tour to New York City. And in 14 days' time,
I'm going to have the chance to earn my spot on the team as I play for the shirt on the Etihad pitch.
This is my best chance to make my dream come true. So without further ado,
let's do this.
On day one, I headed over to the Manchester City training facility and we had a training session with some of the Manchester City coaches. We were doing defending practice today and I was really playing like I wanted a space on that team. And of course, I don't have a space on the team just yet, but I know someone who does. That's right, on day two, I linked up with Man City player and my teammate for the next 14 days, Jack Grealish. I got the opportunity to interview him and ask him for some secret tips that I will use later in this video. But first, Man City set me a challenge that I needed to complete. So on day three, I arrived at the pitch with my teammates to take on Man City's challenge together. But what they don't know is that there's also a huge prize on the line for them too. Today we were doing some fun training ground drills, just like the Man City team do. These help to build team chemistry whilst also testing your ability. Because trust me, you do not want to lose in front of your teammates, especially in two-touch. We did a little two-touch knockout tournament and things got very intense.
Hey, that's him.
We are teammates, but nothing feels better than defeating each other and taking home the bragging rights. Next was the good old-fashioned rondo. The mission here is to not get nutmegged, but if you do, just be ready for some ear flicks. But now the fun and games were over because we were about to compete for a crazy prize.
And the final training ground challenge is the hardest one yet.
And that's because we would have to work together to get the ball from the halfway line to the goal without dropping it. And if we're successful, we will win 4 VIP tickets to Man City's final match. So there was a lot on the line.
Well, boys, that's the challenge.
Bro, do you know how long it is for us to go there and if we drop it, we have to come back?
So don't drop it then.
Listen, I think we all know who's going to drop it.
Me?
Yes, you. Yes, you.
And in case I haven't mentioned yet, to make it even harder, we only get one attempt at this.
Hey! Hey, keep going! Keep going! That's right! Hey, keep going! Keep going! Love it! Keep on! Keep on! Keep on! No! Why are you not dropping it? What's wrong with you, boy? Oh my! You let us down! But you know what won't let you down? Air up. If you're looking for something more consistent than the British weather this winter, then you come to the right place. Whether it's because your friends are incapable of keeping the ball up for 20 seconds, or because you're a bit thirsty,
Air Up is the answer for you. It's so easy to use.
And now they've got some great Black Friday offers so you can enjoy some fantastic savings.
Whether you're buying the mini sipper for your children,
Wait, why is the camera on me? We're the same age.
I mean...
Oh, hell no, man.
the Gen 2 bottle for yourself, or the still bottle for dad. Air Up is the perfect Christmas present, making water taste amazing just through scent.
This is actually the nicest bottle I've seen. And trust me, we've seen a couple of them today.
It was one time! One time!
The Black Friday sale is their biggest sale yet with up to 25% off site-wide. So the more they spend, the bigger the discount. You can get your own Air Up for you and your loved ones using the link in my description. So me and my friends didn't win the VIP tickets, but one of my teammates who I'll be playing with later in this video at the Etihad took them instead. The VIP box was amazing, and Argus was not helping.
Jelani's not here with me, but I'm enjoying the box.
But it was me who would have the last laugh. Man City won the league, and that means one thing.
That's right, we are here today at the Manchester City Champions Parade Tour. I am a player for a week, so you know what that means. We are part of the team who will be celebrating winning the Premier League 4 times.
Pep arrived first and was followed after by the rest of the players, and they went straight into party mode. I was on the team bus right behind them.
This is mad, we're actually on the team bus right now. I literally feel like a player, look. Like, what am I doing here? This is just what comes with playing for Man City, I guess.
The streets were flooded with Manchester City fans. Some were more adventurous than the others.
People are literally risking their lives just to get a glimpse at the Man City players.
Being on one of the team buses whilst they celebrated making history was amazing. But now it was time to take it to the next level. And that's because on day 8, I jumped on a plane and flew all the way to New York to join Manchester City on tour.
We are here in New York for Manchester City's pre-season.
To make sure we've got what it takes to be a Man City player, they have set me 6 different challenges to complete today, including one set by Pep Guardiola himself, which you don't want to miss. But I wouldn't be doing them alone. I brought along some friends to help, and we got straight into challenge number 1, the heading challenge. We have 3 different levels that we must get through, and level 1 was as easy as expected. And to be fair to the boys, they made level 2 look like a piece of cake as well. But on level 3, things started to get difficult. The ball was now over 2 meters in the air, and only a few players have reached that high. Me and Ussi decided who was going next, and then in the next go, he was so close to reaching it, which now left it up to me. And I even broke the high score.
High score.
Later in the video, we're going to be doing a heading challenge alongside Erling Haaland. So this was definitely a good warm-up. The next challenge City set us was an accuracy challenge.
I'm going to aim for number 17.
As a City player, your accuracy has to be elite, and I think I lived up to that as I smashed the target first time. After we finished challenge 2 though, we got the news that the players had just arrived. And as I'm a Man City player for the next week, I got some love too, which is definitely a feeling I can get used to. This would be my first time linking up with my Man City teammates whilst on tour.
The players just pulled up. This is crazy, man.
And their first call to action was to judge the dunk contest, which is actually my challenge number 3. Yep, this is gonna be interesting, especially because this is my competition.
Hey!
The dunkers were absolutely amazing, and even Pep was impressed.
Yo, that was crazy. I got some hard competition.
Jack Grealish even got involved. Then it was my turn. I'm a footballer, so this would be my first ever time attempting to dunk an alley-oop.
I've never alleyed in my life, you know. My first ever alley-oop.
But here's how it went.
First ever alley in my life.
And the players gave me a 10. Okay, maybe that isn't completely true, but just please let me have this one. It was nearly time for the next challenge. But first, I linked up with my friend Jack Grealish for the 2nd time in this video.
How are you, brother? You alright?
Very good, man. Very good. Looking good in the kit.
Challenge number 4 was another heading challenge, but this time featuring Erling Haaland. We got 1 try and 1 try only, so we had to make it count. And just when we were about to complete it, this happened. Haaland sabotaged us, so we didn't complete the challenge. Now, we're in New York, so it was only right for challenge number 5 that we played some 2 vs 2 basketball. And things got intense. Ussi scored the first bucket, but I replied with 2 points back to back, including this lovely bit of play right here. It was match point now, so I tried to dunk on Ussi for the win, but I missed. I responded with 1 more point though to take the win. Me and David got the win in basketball, but it came at a cost.
That was so tiring. I might just stick to football.
Luckily for us, the final challenge was a football 2v2, which definitely suited me more. Well, that's what I thought. We did a 2 vs 2 in front of everyone, including the Man City players. And well, me and David got cooked. They scored 3 goals in like 30 seconds and we lost. But don't worry, I'll get another chance to redeem myself later in this video when I face up against some of New York's best ballers. Before that though, I got to meet Pep for the first time, and we were just casually shooting some hoops together until he set me a challenge of his own. Pep told me to hit a trick shot with the football. I only have 1 chance to leave a good impression on the boss, and I didn't make it.
This is the most difficult thing by far.
But Pep told me to give him a ball to show me how it's done, and he landed the shot. But that's also when disaster struck. Yep, Pep left me hanging in 4K, and it gets worse. Over 40 million people have seen this already. Cheers for that, Pep. But to make it up to me, Pep offered me a contract, but under 1 circumstance.
If he hits this, I'm signing for City.
But something tells me that might have been on purpose. And then it was time for the City players to leave. It was amazing spending the day with them in New York. And this was only the start of the crazy things we've got coming up on this tour. On day 10, I headed over to the world famous Pier 5, where I was going to take on one of my hardest tasks yet. As part of my trial, I had the task to win at least 2 out of 3 of these pickup matches, and if I don't, I'll be on the first flight heading back home tonight. So, there was a lot at stake, and early on, we ran into a problem. I could barely tell who was on my team because of all the mismatched kits.
It's so hard to see who's not on the team.
So my solution was to just take on everyone, every single time. And it was working. I could literally feel myself entering into flow state. But great dribbling isn't enough to complete this challenge. We needed a goal, and it just wasn't coming. But luckily for me, I had my boy Ussi on my team. And if you know anything about our chemistry on the pitch, just know there's always a way to score. Ussi picked up the loose ball and rolled it to me. And then I did this.
Get on! Yes!
I chipped it up and backheeled it over the goalkeeper without even looking to win us this game. The next team we were playing though had someone very familiar. You see, this is Josh, and the last time I went to Pier 5, he brought his team to try and defeat me. But my team won every single time. So this time, he was back for revenge, and he looked ready. But I had to remind him it wasn't going to be that easy with me. The problem was though, my team just couldn't find a way to get forward and score.
Hey, this team's good, especially that guy over there. He's wearing Man City as well. We came to the pitch the other day. We beat him, but this time he's come for revenge.
I didn't end up creating any real chances for my team either. And the game ended in a 0-0 draw and went straight to penalties. And this is where I made a huge mistake. Josh scored his penalty with ease, and now it was over to me. My penalty went wide. I couldn't believe we lost.
We lost.
But we still had one more game to go. And if we lost now, I'd be going back home tonight. In this final game, it was very even again. I was making sure to man-mark Josh out the game. And that's when he sent some of his teammates to try some distraction tactics on me.
Everyone, who's like the most famous person?
Most famous person? Yeah. Neymar.
And what he said about you?
He said, yeah, he's good. He's got great control.
You think he said that about me?
I mean, bro, keep grinding maybe one day. Hey, maybe one day.
But clearly it didn't work too well, because a few minutes later, I picked the ball up from deep. I took it past 3 players, played the 1-2, and scored the winner, giving us our second win out of 3. We did get the win, but Josh is a legend for bringing his team to play. So I didn't want him to leave empty-handed.
Chris, you played well today.
Thank you, man. Appreciate it.
Because you were the best player today, we got this brand new Premier League ball.
Really?
I want to give it to you.
Really? Are you serious? Thank you so much. Thank you so much. I appreciate it.
Hey, big
I'll
baller.
keep this one.
Hey, you deserve it.
Thank you so much. Thank you.
On day 11, me and Ussi went over to the iconic Central Park. And in case you're wondering why we're here in running clothes in 33 degrees heat, here's why. So with my boy Ussi in the iconic Central Park, the Manchester City players ran here and actually trained here earlier today. So, you know, if we want to be part of the team, we got to do the same. Central Park is full of some of the best runners in the world though, so yeah, we're going to have to keep up. You ready? Let's go. Let's go. Now, me and Ussi are pretty fit guys, I'd say, so the first 2 kilometers were pretty easy. But there was one factor that might change that. This is us after 2 km. Not too bad, but look at the sweat, man. It's a hot day. Let's keep going, though. Keep going. 3 more to go. And as you may have guessed, the 3rd kilometer was a struggle. This is us at number 4. The top's coming off. It's so hot. We got 1 more to go. Let's go. Let's pit it.
Last one.
Let's go. And at the end of the run, me and Ussi had to really give it our all to complete it. That was the most tiring thing I've done in my life, but we completed it. And now we had a very deserved rest day. On day 12, we headed over to Man City's open training because there was something very special that I had to get for you guys. But we almost didn't make it. It turned out we actually went to the wrong stadium, so we're literally running to the training ground now so we don't miss the open training. How long we got, boys? I don't know. 2 minutes. Let's go. By a stroke of luck, we got there in time. We even got to watch a bit of the training session, and it was amazing seeing just how high the level has to be to play for Man City. But now it was time to do what I really came here to do, and that is to get a signed shirt from every Man City player to give away to you guys. And we got so many signatures, but we were still missing one. And there we go. The shirt is finally complete. And to win this signed shirt by the Man City team, comment below your favorite moment in the video. But now,
It's time for the big game. It's match day tomorrow.
And I'll be pitchside as a Manchester City player, and I'll also be meeting some legends of the game along the way. So stay tuned for that. We arrived at the stadium and went through the players' entrance to the pitch. And being inside the iconic Yankee Stadium was amazing. Before the match, I wished my Man City teammates good luck and then watched our opponent's AC Milan train from meters away. And talking about AC Milan, I met the legend himself, Zlatan Ibrahimovic, and I even got a picture with him. The players then came out for the first half. I was literally watching the game from pitch side.
Hey, this is crazy.
And I even got to witness Haaland's score. The fans behind us were loving it. As I'm a player for today, I can literally walk anywhere in the stadium. So I made my way around to the AC Milan side. But we must have brought them some good luck, because as soon as we went there, AC Milan equalized right in front of us. And not long after, they scored again to take the lead. The good thing is, halftime was around the corner and we were about to make some football history. I know you're probably wondering why I switched into City's red kit. Well, for the first time in football history, 4 different football kits were worn in one match, and I was a part of it. But unfortunately for Man City though, it didn't help the scoreline, as AC Milan scored again and finished the match as the winners. But I had an absolutely amazing time. Being on the pitch today, everyone treated me as one of the team.
Next stop, Etihad.
Above everything, the love that you guys showed me throughout the Manchester City pre-season tour in New York was absolutely amazing. New York, I'll most definitely be back. But first, it's time to score at the Etihad. On day 14, we boarded the official Manchester City team coach to the Etihad. And when we arrived, we headed straight to the changing room. I had spent the last 14 days as a Man City player, and now it had all come down to this.
So we've got the full kit on now. It's time to head out and do what we need to do. We've got one chance to impress Man City. Let's see what I can do, man.
Before the game, I did a pre-match interview and then walked through the same tunnel that the Man City players do on a match day. And there it was, in front of me, the Etihad Stadium.
The home of the champions.
I was feeling ready for today's match.
Hey, this is crazy. Man City, I'm on the Etihad pitch right now. I scored at the Emirates. I scored at Wembley. Time to score at Etihad.
Before the game, I went through a proper warm-up, just like the Man City players would do on a match day. My main goal for today's match was to score at the Etihad, so I made sure to get as many shots in as possible. I was excited to get out there, but there was something I'd been hiding.
Oh, my knee's been bothering me all day.
Whilst in New York, I had picked up an injury in one of the pickup matches and it still hadn't fully recovered. But I couldn't miss playing today, so I decided to take the risk. For the first half, my team were in yellow and I was starting on the wing. A few minutes into the game, I got my first touches at the Etihad, and early on you could tell it was gonna be one of those games. I was getting into good positions, but the ball just couldn't get through to me and my teammates just weren't finding me, and that was getting quite frustrating. And it didn't help that their defenders were actually very solid. At long last though, I finally got the ball and it felt like my team were gaining momentum, but that only lasted a few seconds, because when we lost the ball, the opponents took a deflected shot that looped over our goalie to give them the lead. The next goal was so important for both teams now, but it was the opponents who got it again. After a lovely lob, they extended the lead to 2 goals. After that goal, I moved into striker to try and affect the game more, and immediately I nearly got an assist.
What is that?
There wasn't long left in the first half, so I decided to push my injured knee to the mat. After I won the flick on, I sprinted past the defender, but I pulled out of the challenge and he made a quality tackle. From the resulting throw, I gave the ball to my friend Urgis and he got straight to work. He ball rolled the defender and now he was through, but his shot went wide of the post. But one thing about Urgis is that if he misses one, he's not gonna miss again. So when he cut in from the left wing, there was only ever one result. Urgis' beautiful goal had got us back in the game, and now our team were full of confidence. And it showed, because in the next attack, I knocked the ball past the defender and absolutely burnt him for pace. The game was getting more intense now, and tackles started flying in. But this was also the point my knees started playing up again, so I had to be extra careful. Fortunately though, I wasn't needed to do any work, because Lescott's son got us back level with a lovely finesse shot. The score was 2-2 now, and it was only a matter of time before my moment came. And after the lovely pass by Julian Lescott, I was through. But my shot went straight at the keeper, and then I missed an open goal from 3 yards out. I couldn't believe it. But Ergis told me that I'd get another chance, and he was right. After some lovely play in the midfield, Ergis chipped the ball over the top. I ran past the defender and volleyed it past the keeper on the stretch. I had done it. I had scored at the Etihad. Ergis said he would find me, and he did. So I had to make sure to put that in the net by any means. I had given my team a 3-2 lead going into half-time.
First half good.
We got a goal together.
Ergis assisted me.
And me and Ergis couldn't wait to get back out there. But the coach had other ideas.
Yep, second half, we got benched.
But it wasn't the worst. At least this was Man City's players' bench, so it was very comfortable. After 30 minutes of not much action, me and Ergis were called to come back on. And as soon as I stepped on the pitch, my team literally conceded a penalty, and the opponents put it away to equalize once again. I didn't have much left in me now, but I made sure to keep running even though my knee was slowly giving out. I didn't want to give up for my team. I had one more run left in me now, so I was screaming for the ball from my teammate. He squared it to me. This was my chance to win it. But my legs gave out and my shot was blocked, and that signaled the end of my game. So now it was down to Ergis to win it for our team, and with the last chance of the game, Ergis sat down the keeper and then chipped him to win it. Ergis pulled off the dirtiest ball roll and then chipped the keeper whilst he was on the ground. What a way to end it. Let me know in the comments below, have I done enough to earn a contract?